I'm now seeing a therapist.
Good.
I feel like a passenger in my own body.
Alright then. What's up, pips and players? It's a different format for today. I thought I'd add something new to this already new channel, so today, I'm going to make a series. It's called The Junk Drawer, or TJD. If you don't like the sound of that title, I'll just rename it to =3. So instead of this being one big video bullying one person, it'll be bullying a bunch of other people. And I know soon come my time when my border bell was burning, but I feel nothing time I'm taking past the point of no return. Katerino, Carson's girlfriend, or whatever you want to call her, has popped up all of a sudden on the internet. Now, I don't know a lot about Carson himself. One Google search on him, and he isn't exactly a Chad, you know. But that's beside the point. Fitz made an apology on Twitter recently, as you might know. Fitz said this: "Hey guys, as many of you have heard, I've been involved in some personal drama recently, and although the situation is a lot more complicated than anyone expected, I want to apologize publicly, not just in private. I'm sorry, Carson, I hurt you, and I wasn't a good friend. I can only hope that someday you'll forgive me. I regret what I did, and I regret where we are. If you ever decide that I'm worthy of versing you in an 8-ball pool, I'll be here. Until then, I'm sure the wonderful friends you have around you will have your back." That's a true apology. Kate, take some notes. He's still a scumbag for what he did, though. No excuses, taking responsibility for his actions. Now, Kate's video, on the other hand, is absolute garbage, and has 384,000 dislikes and only 13,000 likes, which is astronomical.
I was dealing a lot with depersonalization. I ignored very conflicting feelings and thoughts, and I was very lost and confused. I depersonalized a lot, and was very lost and confused and didn't know what I wanted. And I was lost and confused, and I ended up hurting people that I cared about. I'm working through my depersonalization. I'm still seeing my therapist, and I want to live my life more openly and honestly.
I think Rewind had a better like-dislike ratio. She was dodging the real answer and was blaming everything on mental health. It turns out that she wasn't completely honest in this video either. She has actually had 7 boyfriends all at once in the streaming or YouTube community. The lesson here is, if you don't get hot chicks when you aren't famous, don't trust them when you are, because they're after your money and your fame. Carson, I hope you figured that out by now. Now, some might be saying out there, Vidata, you seem to attack women a lot. Is it because you're so misogynistic? I mean, it could be also the idea of relationship is still a foreign concept to me. I'll let you decide that on your own, though. Luckily, this leads us onto the path of another sociopathic woman. By the way, before I continue, remember to subscribe and hit that like button so I can feed my family. 6 subscribers, guys, almost to 1 million. Dame tu cosita, dame tu cosita, ay. Ellen DeGeneres, we all love her, we all hate her, as she has spent the entire pandemic showing the emptiness of her brand. In a series of tweets of people replying to one of her tweets, stories upon stories were revealed of her off-camera personality. Chris Farah said this: "I worked at Real Food Daily. Served her in Porsche at brunch. She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish. Not that I was on her plate, but just that I was on my hand. I had worked till closing the night before, and this was the next morning. Almost got me fired." Heard recently that Ellen, the supposed animal lover, has a bad habit of adopting really cute kittens and puppies, but as they get older, she's tired of them and forced friends, family, or staff to adopt them. Just to back up her story from before, I can't vouch for anything being real if it didn't happen to me, but this is as close as I can get. My friend who worked at Real Food Daily says Ellen came in and dined when she saw her server had a chipped nail. Ellen called management and tried to get her fired. She has a sensitive nose, so everyone must chew gum from a bowl outside her office before talking to her, and if she thinks you smell that day, you have to go home and shower. And then he added on top of that, the new staff member was told every day she picks someone different to hate. It's not your fault, just suck it up for the day and she'll be mean to someone else the next day. They didn't believe it, but it ended up being true. I was working on a show at Warner Brothers that was next to her stage. It was our showrunner's 50th birthday. Caterer grilling steaks outside for a special fancy lunch. Ellen sent someone over to demand they stop, as she doesn't eat meat. She's the worst. Imagine being the person who says someone can't eat meat because you don't eat meat. The amount of snootiness and pomposity is unreal. And on top of that, she has made a 60% pay cut to all staff who produce her show, which is at such a level of being the biggest asshole when you have a net worth of $330 million. I'm just jealous she has more money than I have, but that's beside the point though. Really awful and terrible video on my old channel 2 years ago for her making an audience member be shamed in front of millions for taking an extra hat.
So, look, I like that you like the product so much that you wanted to bring one back for your sister, but now when you go like to Costco or you're the kind of person, like when you go trick-or-treating and nobody's home, you don't just take you take the bowl, you just walk away. No.
No.
All right. Listen, I really, I'm sorry. That's embarrassing and everything, but, you know, let that be a lesson to you, because you think...
It is.
You think nobody's watching you, and you just need to be a good person just because you want to be a good person.
I think it just goes to show how fake celebrities are in real life, and how she's the worst of them all. That's it, guys. Ellen is officially canceled. A little quick update on Trisha. She's back with Moses, and she's still saying she has DID, which we all know she doesn't, and we'll just leave it at that. We'll see what more crazy shit she does, and I'll keep you posted on that. She's probably going to be in every episode of this, because I feel like it helps stretch the video out. So, that's it, guys.